welcome. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Teresa. Is Teresa here? Hi, Yanu. Hi, Folake or Wentors. Welcome, everybody. All right, welcome to the 2025 Discover-Her pilot program. We are excited to have you here. This is a very unique one for us. It took us time to curate because we want the best and absolute best for you. So this is a journey that we 100% guarantee that you're going to enjoy and reap a lot of benefits from. So on the call with me is the lead program coordinator, Dora. Hi. And we also have our Wendy, Dennis. Dennis, you can put an emoji up on your screen. Thank you. All right, so I'll be handing over to Dora while we kick off our Discover-Her pilot program for 2025. And if you're excited about that, please let me see emojis up on your screen.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. I'm so excited to have everyone on our call. It's exciting for me because this is our first ever pilot program for Discover-Her. Now, usually we would have, We Discover, but everything has changed. A lot of things has changed. There are lots of offerings in one package, and we do have a bonus offering that is going to be going out for the women in this cohort, for those that are participating in this cohort. And that would be shared with you much later when we're done with the program. But yeah, welcome, ladies. I am excited to have you all join. Congratulations for starting this journey. We're so excited to have you. And just moving on, we do have a welcome note. So we're expecting to have Oma or Adu join the call, but unfortunately they're not able to join, notwithstanding they did, coin a wonderful message for everyone that is on this call today. So they're pretty much saying, welcome. We're beyond excited to see you all here today. They want to start out by saying thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your time, your energy, as well as your dreams. We have worked tirelessly, and this is the truth. We all have worked tirelessly to create a program that truly supports every woman and their growth. And so they're pretty much honored that you have chosen to be part of it. As you begin your journey, know that you're not just learning new skills, you're becoming part of the community that's all about, lifting each other up. And they also mentioned that, our team, which is my beautiful self and Anita, we will be guiding you to, throughout the process, throughout the 6 weeks. Yes, it's going to be a 6 weeks commitment. We're going to support you. We're going to guide you, and we're going to push you. You will see us in your DMs, and that's because we want to see you succeed. And then lastly, they said, we look forward to seeing the amazing things you will achieve, because indeed, you all will achieve a lot once you're done with this program. And I'll start out by saying exactly what is the Discover-Her program. We have done a lot of sensitization programs around this. We have done, we've put out campaigns for the Discover-Her program. And I'll just go on by telling you simply, Discover-Her program, for those of you who are not pretty much sure what it is, it's a program that is targeted at women in a specific level. A stay-at-home mom woman, a woman who is an undergraduate, a woman who is a tech graduate, a woman who is a professional that is, transitioning into that field. Again, even if you are a founder of a company, a startup founder, or, late into your company, this Discover-Her program is for you. It encompasses tools, materials, resources that responds to the current industry reality and the needs of today in the tech industry as, a beginner. So it infuses mentorship. It also infuses technical skills. Now, understand that mentorship is our core service here at Wentors. So whatever we do, we would always infuse mentorship. It also includes technical skills training, resume template support. So this was when you will be having a trainer that will come in and sort of guide you through how the industry requires a beginner, resume should look like. It also provides internship support in form of the internship directory that you will have access to much later in the program. And whatever service we have, you're going to take full ownership, full 100% ownership of the the tools, the services, the resources that we share with you. So that's it about the Discover-Her program. Now, I wanted to, again, expand who this program is for. Recall that I had mentioned it's for undergraduates. It's for undergraduates because these are women who are entirely not sure, what field they should be going into. And so the Discover-Her program allows you to discover yourself, in this beginner friendly, the resources and the materials that we would share with you, as well as the training that we will share with you. We also provide this service for the fresh graduate, those who graduated but have zero, knowledge about this field. Again, this is who we're targeting. These are the, personas that the Discover-Her program is for. A stay-at-home mom, it's very much flexible for you. Again, it's for 4 to 6 weeks. So we ensure that you're sort of guided through the entire process, and also for professionals as well as founders. So I just wanted to give you a highlight of some of the women that you will be seeing in this cohort. Now, I'm going to go back to Anita, because Anita will be the one that will provide a lot of information on what the tips and the tips as a mentor, because on today's call, we do have your Wentors. We're hoping that a lot of them will join in our call today, but notwithstanding, you will have access to your Wentor immediately we're done with the program. So there will be an introduction email that will be shared with you and your mentor, just so that you can begin conversations immediately, as well as setting an agenda for when, the session should hold. Now, Anita, please do us justice to what are some of the do's, what are some of the don'ts as a Wentor that you should take into accountability, as well as for Wenties. Take it on, Anita.
Thank you so much, Dora. That was very insightful. Thank you. So again, I'm here to share the tips and guidelines that will help you have a successful mentorship journey, regardless of if you're a Wentor or a Wentee. We want to see this relationship bloom and be fruitful to both the Wentors and the Wentees. So we've come up, with tips that have, been refined over the years that will help you get, again, a successful journey. Now, one of them is and these are for the Wentors, is to have the desire and motivation to share wisdom. Now, this is a relationship with your Wentee, and she's going to have to feed from your experiences. So please be open to sharing your experiences as an intern, your growth, what wasn't really as smooth and what is as smooth, what works for you and what does not work for you, or what did not work for you in your journey. These are things that your Wentee needs to know to help her, flourish in her own journey eventually. Secondly, will be, be open to commitment to extra time and extra responsibility. Yes, as a Wentor, we know that you're supposed to meet with your Wentee once, a week and an hour a week, but please be open to the probability of an extra time or extra commitment. Be flexible to timing of your Wentee and Wentee to Wentor as well. So, and we know that the time and the energy you're sharing is definitely immeasurable and precious, but we plead with you to be open to a little bit of flexibility in your journey. Third would be emotional intelligence, right? We are pleading with you as a Wentor to be empathetic and try and see things from your Wentee's perspective. We know that you've gone far in the journey, and sometimes connecting to who you were starting up, it will take a little bit of time, but be empathetic to that. Try and remember how you felt when you started in your journey in tech, the obstacles and how, they felt for you, and use that as a connecting point with your Wentee. Next slide, please, Dara. All right, and we have don'ts as well. And one of those don'ts, which we plead with you to avoid, is to lose a critical, oversight. Yes, we love a relationship to blossom between you and your mentee, but do not, allow the friendship to, shade over what the structure of the relationship should be and what your mentee should get over time. So don't, go too soft on your mentee because you've developed a relationship, right? So we plead with you not to lose critical oversight. Secondly is try not to provide ambiguous feedback. Try to be as detailed as possible. Some things we already know that you've passed them, these things, but coming back, try to be as detailed as possible when connecting your mentee to your experiences or obstacles that you faced growing up. I said growing up, in your tech journey, but it's the same thing. Third will be take your role lightly. Oh, Dora, please go back. Take your role lightly. Please be aware of your mentee and don't take your role lightly. Please be aware of your mentee and teach her techniques, teach her methods. When it comes to soft skills that also helped you in your journey, please feel free to share certifications with her as well as opportunities that you think will grow her in her journey and her productivity. Next slide, please, Dara. Now, these are do's for the mentees. These are do's, things that would help you reap from this journey, things that will give you a beneficial journey, right? One would be engage. We plead with you to engage and engage and engage. 6 weeks seems like a long time, but it's not. It's going to go in the blink of an eye. So please don't think that you have a lot of time in this process, right? So engage, be an active participant in all the mentoring activities. Like I said earlier, if you did come in earlier, I mentioned that we curated this program. It's more than our, mentorship programs that we had before. We had to specifically take out time to curate this program to give you rich, details, rich intels into how to make your journey flourish. So please participate in the AMA sessions, participate in the in-house activities that we have going on for you, participate in the soft skills training that we have curated for you. When it comes to your LinkedIn optimization, your resume optimization, we have all this curated for you. So we plead with you to engage on these platforms or on these activities. Secondly is please be accountable, especially when you are meeting with your mentor. Please be accountable for the booked or agreed time with your mentor, right? And assume responsibility for acquiring and improving the knowledge that you want, for acquiring the knowledge you want and improving the skills that you want to get. So be accountable for them. Don't be lackadaisical towards them. Don't think, oh, you have 6 weeks, I can catch up on this task next tomorrow. No. When you set out your time, be accountable, be disciplined towards that. Again, we've had a lot of cases where they felt like 6 weeks is a long time. It's not. And that's why we encourage you to act on your mentor's advice as soon as possible. If she tells you to check out the certification, check out the certification. If she tells you to check out a video on YouTube, check out the video on YouTube. If she gives you an article to read over the article. Please act on, assignments, on advice from your mentor as soon as possible so that you could go back to her with questions and results when it's time. Next slide, please, Dora. Tips that we advise that you abstain from, right? Again, just to make sure that you have a smooth, seamless, flourishing journey with us. One is avoid overcommitting, right? So take the responsibility to commit yourself to goals that you know that you can keep up with realistically, so you don't get anxiety, you don't get overwhelmed. Communicate that with your mentor, right? Talk about it. Know what you can do, know your capability. Don't shy away from doing things outside your comfort zone, which is the next one, but do know your comfort and your capability. And again, don't shy away from doing things in your comfort zone. Don't think, oh, don't let imposter syndrome get to you, that you don't stretch yourself in this. You might have to even take a public speaking test or something, but these are tasks that will help you push towards being the woman that you want to be in the tech sector, right? Third is to talk more. Third, we advise you not to talk more and listen less, basically, right? So listen more and talk less, especially in your mentoring sessions, because you're here to receive knowledge. You're here to receive information. So talk less and listen more to your mentor, right? All right. Next slide, please. So these are the basic guidelines that would also help during the following weeks. Guideline 1 is you'll be meeting 1 hour a week with your mentor for the next 6 weeks with your mentor and mentee. And this can be prolonged upon agreement with by both parties rather. So when you've talked to your mentor and you know Saturday 7 p.m. is the great time, you know, or 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., this should be discussed between you and your mentor and mentee. And we advise the mentees to set out agendas prior to every meeting, right? So first of all, have an overall individual development plan, which is what is your goal at the end of this program? Oh, I'm sorry. I think Dora dropped off, so the screen is no longer on display. Hi, Dora.
Yes, I'm back. My apologies. I'm going to go ahead and share. One moment. Okay, we're back.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So like I was saying, for our mentees, we advise that you have an individual development plan, which is basically what is the end goal for you at the end of the 6 weeks. Do you want to know more about the sector that you're in? Do you want to have, you're obviously going to have your certification, but what is the next step? Are you able to start securing internships immediately? What is your end goal for this program? You should have it. And that goal should be, you know, the bite-sized goals we bring to the meetings, right? To have that agenda at the end of every meeting. You want to know at the end of every meeting, I'm knowing about, you know, setting up my resume. I'm knowing about the people in the industry, the top people in the industry that I should read upon. So those are agendas you should have prior to every meeting with your mentor. And third would be mentoring relationship is confidential. Hence, matters shared between both mentee and mentor should not be disclosed to third parties, right? Please avoid that, except it's a case of life and death, which I doubt it would be. But please avoid, you know, sharing confidential information about your mentor, about your mentee with third parties, because we want this to be a safe space for women. And that's why Wentors was created, to create a safe space for women to learn from women in the tech ecosystem. And fourth would be mentor and mentees pairs should work together to exchange and decide on the teams, right? And what they're most comfortable in discussing, and feel free to discuss topics or problems outside of the teams. So by the end of the day today, you're going to receive a conversational guide in your email. Please look forward to that. This is just to help structure what the conversation between you and your mentee or mentor will be looking like. It's not set in stone, but we give you a platform to know what right questions to ask your mentor and what are the right questions to ask your mentee. So that will be sent to you before the end of today. Fifth will be fill out the session feedback form and closure feedback form. Now, it's very important to us. It's extremely important to us. I cannot emphasize how important this is to us, to get your feedback, right? We need your feedback to know how to structure the system and make it better for the next cohort. This system you have going on right now was drawn out of feedback from women that have gone through our programs before you. And I think I have 1 or 2 people here that are currently in programs with Wentors, and they will let you know that, okay, this was different from what they are experiencing now. So this was based on their feedback. And that's why we are passionate about collecting feedback from our community, so that we would know how to restructure the program, make it better. You can reach out to me at anitaokonzi@wentors.com. Again, we are promising you a great. Oh, can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yes, Anita, we can hear you.
All right. So again, we want you to have a flourishing mentorship journey with your mentee and your mentor, and we are dedicated and passionate to making
Hello. I think Anita's having network issues. But can everybody hear me?
that.
Yes, we can. I can hear you.
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Hello.
Okay, thank you.
Back.
Okay. All right,
Oh.
Anita, we missed you for a few seconds there.
Yeah, but I think I'm done, right? Like I said, we're
Okay.
passionate about making them have a flourishing mentorship journey. So please, if you notice that your mentee or your mentor isn't as responsive, let me know almost immediately so that I can, restructure that for you. But aside that, welcome once again to Discover-Her 2025.
Absolutely. We're so excited. And thank you so much, Anita, for sharing that with us. Pretty much covering the do's, the don'ts for the program. It's really key. It provides a guide on, how to go about this. There are lots of women in this program that have never been part of a mentorship program before. Our program is pretty much structured. There are two types of mentorship programs. There's the unstructured and the structured. Ours is structured because of the tracking that we do, the materials that we share. We also measure the program as well. So it's highly structured. And I do hope that you stay successful. But I wanted to come in by sharing some key dates with you. We're going to be doing a lot in this cohort. It's 6 weeks, and we want to make sure that you get the best out of the program. We're starting out with the self-assessment test. So that will be shared with you tomorrow. You're just going to take that test. Again, it doesn't really define anything, but it sort of gives you a view into who you possibly can be or should be in the future. Now, the test sort of guides you or gives you a first-hand view on your strengths, your weaknesses, what field in tech you should be part of. And then we would share with you the conversational themes. Now, like I said, our programs are very structured. And because this is your first time being part of a mentorship program, we would usually share a conversational theme that helps both the mentors and the mentees, or in our case, the Wentors and the Wenties. You're going to be hearing a lot about those names in the program to sort of guide you when you're speaking to your mentor. What are some of the things you should take note of? What are some of the things you should say in your first meeting? Should it be an icebreaker? What are some highlights that you should be speaking, right, in your conversation? So that would be shared with you tomorrow when we're pretty much, done with today's call. Now, our first mentorship program or our first mentorship session, your first mentorship session begins on the 17th. And on my calendar, I think that's on a Friday. Correct. So our expectations is that you meet up with your mentor on the 17th, between the 17th and, pretty much next week, Wednesday. This is when we require or we request that you set up a date between between today and, the next week, which is the 22nd. You need to schedule a date with your mentor to have your first mentorship session, right? And then Anita will have the first check-in call on the 20th. The first check-in call on the 20th with pretty much all the Wenties. Again, we're really structured. We want to make sure that you're achieving your goals. We want to make sure that this program is the right fit for you, right? And then the technical classes will begin on the 22nd. And you may say, what are the technical classes? Now, this is for the product management classes and the data analyst classes. So classes will begin next week, between next week, Wednesday. From what I know, the trainers have scheduled the sessions for weekends. I know the product management classes will be 2 to 3 hours every weekend. So also we're gonna have the data analyst. So it's 2 sessions, and I believe that will be scheduled between Saturday and Sunday. Again, you will meet up with your trainers and then have all of those dates sorted out, just so everyone is aligned and you can, meet up and have that session completed. The other is the October 24th, which is our first AMA session. Now, this is open for all. It's not compulsory, but again, it's very beneficial. And Nkiru, which is the mentor for product design, she will be handling that session. So come in and just, pretty much ask questions. It's an open question, and we would love for you to send in your questions to myself or to Anita if you do have any, before we have that session. So again, it's next week, Friday, and we do hope that you're all going to show up for that session. We're going to have the LinkedIn Resume Clinic. Now, the LinkedIn Resume Clinic is a session you will have with a trainer where we're saying, hey, come in and figure out how to go about your LinkedIn. How can you, dissect your LinkedIn and ensure that it is standard. It is what the industry is looking for. The other is the resume template or the resume clinic. This again is the session where the trainer will sort of take you through, the tips and tricks on how to align and design your resume as a beginner, exactly what the industry is looking for, and recruiters for interns would be looking out for is what this trainer will be bringing in. And then on November the 3rd, you would have your second check-in call. Anita, again, would have a second check-in call with you just to see how things are going, to get in touch with you, touch base, and pretty much everything that is necessary for your journey. Then she will have a review, on the resume and LinkedIn, where you sort of be paired in groups, and then that review would undergo. So she would sort of figure out if, based off on the call we had on 24th of October, how are you going with redesigning your resume so far? And then the resume templates would be shared with you on that call as well. Now, the November 25th is when we will have the Discover-Her diaries. Now, we're going to send you an invitation so that you could record a 60-second your learning experience with us, a video diary of your learning experience with us. And what that means is we would love for you to share a testimonial on your experience so far. Again, this helps us as a company, as a community, to sort of use this to reach out to other women who may be needing this kind of opportunity. And it also helps us to get sponsors for women who are not able to afford this program. So it's really beneficial that you do this for us. We would love and appreciate you taking that 60-second of your time. I know it's precious, but please, again, just lend us 16 seconds of your time. We're going to give you a structure and how we want this to go about, and it's going to be as flexible as possible. Again, thank you so much in advance for sending in those videos. And then November the 7th is your final check-in call with Anita. Again, this recording will be shared with everyone, but I want to make sure that we take time out, to dissect exactly. Anita, I don't like it when you shake your head like that, please. So we're going to take time to, Anita will take time on that check-in call to provide you the internship directory and sort of enable you, finding the right intern in your location, but majorly in the EMEA locations. So that directory will be shared with you so that you can go about, begin applications. Again, she would also check in to see how is the progress being so far, if you've been able to send in your Discover-Her diary video, the testimonial video. So that would be the final check-in call with her, but it doesn't end there. On the 21st, we're going to have the last AMA session with Majidat. Majidat is an amazing woman that I know with well over, I think, 10 years of experience. She will be coming in with some AMA, with a topic that is close to her heart, and then you can go ahead and ask her questions on that call. There will also be the closure feedback form that will be shared with you. Now, it doesn't take up to a minute to fill that form out. So we would appreciate if you're able to send us, to fill that out and share it with us. And then on the 22nd, which is my birth date, is the distribution of the course completion certificate. Now, again, we're not going to let you go after the program, has ended empty-handed. We're going to provide you with the course completion form to show that you did go through the 6 weeks process, and then the digital e-badge to sort of recognize, your presence in the program. So those are the key dates that we want you to take note of. Again, this document will be shared with you. The key dates will be shared with you so that you have an idea of what to look out for, right? I think we're going into the question session. Does anybody have any question that they're really excited to share with me? Do you have anything you want to ask? Is there anything that I said that you really don't understand and you're confused about and you would like to ask me? This is a good time to also wish me happy birthday in advance, even though it's not my birth month, but yeah, why not? So ladies.
Wait, Dora, please.
I'm just jealous, but it's fine. All right, ladies. I'm gonna call out the ladies on this call. Does anybody have any question? Oh, thank you, Theresa. You're such a darling. I love it, love it. You see, these are people who are by my side. And yes, Theresa, I love you for saying that. Thank you so much. Anita, don't be jealous again. All right, ladies. Anybody, any question? Anjay, do you have any question? Iyanu, do you have any question? I think you should, but if you don't, that's fine.
Is it just me? Or Dara's network has gone off?
Oh, hello. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay. So it's Anita. Anita, is your network? You need to get yourself fixed.
It's
Okay.
not me. Can nobody hear me?
We could hear you. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Theresa, Iyanu, Dorcas, Sarah, Cheesy, Folake, anybody, any question at all? Does anybody have any question? Let's see if you have questions. Okay, so I don't think we have questions, which is good. Now, we should be going out into our breakout rooms, but I want to check and see if we have our Wentors available.
We do have some Wentors in the house. Shout out to our Wentors. So the thing is, if your Wentor isn't here, you, based on maybe time difference or maybe an emergency, you will also do an email handshake with you and your Wentor. So don't worry if your Wentor isn't here. But now, everybody, just give me a little bit of time. I will be putting us in our breakout rooms. So that will take a couple of minutes, please. All right.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go back to the sheet that has everyone so that we could pretty much figure out where we are and which room. So we're going to have 3 rooms. One is for software engineering, the other is for product management, and then the last is data analyst. So Anita would share the breakout room, and you can just join that room. If you join your room and you realize that your Wentor is not available on this call, then that's fine. You can, that's not an issue. We would always ensure that you have an email, a handshake with your Wentor. So I think Anita has been able to set that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I see people are moving.
Please go into the room. Sarah, I've sent you a ping for the data room. Please go there because your Wentor and your fellow Wentee, they're in the room already. Iyanu, I did send you a ping for the product room. Please take it. Same for Ari, Folake, and Cheesy. Please, I've sent you pings for the product room. Please take it. Sarah,
okay, so we have Cheesy and Sarah.
Sarah, do you have any problems accessing the data room.
And Anita, just to confirm, do we have the mentor for data analysis
Yes,
available?
is there.
Okay, great. And do we have for product management?
Just one. The other isn't here, and both our software people are here. So I'll have to do a handshake for them.
Okay. So Anita, I would like for you to join the cheesy Sarah. Can you just unmute yourself and tell us if you're not seeing the prompt? Okay, so
Yeah,
Sarah
Sarah
says,
says,
oh, sorry, Sarah. I'm experiencing
yeah.
trouble. You're just meant to click on it. Is it a network issue? Tell me what it is, because we need to sort of go into the rooms and do the formal introduction